singing with. Please make sure you follow him on Instagram. You can get extra credit from me in our class, right? If you follow him on Instagram, okay? Is everyone under? Okay, exactly. Okay, so thank you so much. This is Mario Jose. Please give him a warm welcome. So just remember, everyone, after you sing, he'll give you some feedback when you're still up here on stage. And just have fun. We're all here to support you. So I would love to introduce our first singer. She's a wonderful, beautiful singer. And she's singing a beautiful song today. Please welcome to the stage, Tia.
Hello everyone. I'm Tia. So today I bring one of my favorite songs called Infection, and I hope you guys enjoy it.线索，没有人能看出哪里有不同。穿着大衣，却在发抖。才刚睡醒，又都回去了被窝。天上各种原因不明的刺痛，刺痛。多希望你的轮廓温柔。不曾消失过，那些语言逐渐成音不断在脑海里，成了一种病原体。我们的秘密逐渐破坏所有的抗体，潜伏在我身体里，它一天一天。在我自以为平静的时候，偷偷蔓延一点一点；在我自以为安稳的时候，渐渐沦陷。窗外好宁静，一切不对劲，这无力的无力早已着迷，着迷。但原本重建了原来的自己，窗帘拉起，影子遮掩不起，不争气。为什么我的偏激就让它藏在心底？那些语言逐渐成音不断在脑海里，成了一种病原体。我们的秘密逐渐破坏所有的抗体，潜伏在我身体里，它一天一天，在我自以为平静的时候，偷偷蔓延一点一点；在我自以为安稳的时候，渐渐沦陷。我要的不多，就让我将沉默连同一起带着，拥抱着你的入侵，慢慢地吞噬我的灵魂。但我依然可以微笑着。 Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That was amazing. First of all, I want to start with all the positives. Like my notes were gorgeous voice. I know I almost don't need it. Check it. Your tone is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Every part of your range was just like so floaty and like going from a light mixy moment to like a more of a belt was just like flawless, really. And your intonation is crazy. You're just like, I didn't hear a moment out of tune. It's just so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
I think my one piece of constructive criticism would be to let us in a little bit more, because I had never heard the song before. But like, first of all, what a stunning song! Is that an original?
Oh no, not my original.
Okay, it's gorgeous. It's and in that moment, even like I love when you took it off the stand and you were like, okay, your vocal performance that I hear through your voice is so expressive that I just maybe wanted to see a little bit more with us. Okay. Like, so just like taking that moment, and you can move that stand out of your way. You don't need it because you're like, I'm gonna give you these bomb vocals, you know what I mean? Like they're so good, and I'm so notorious for always closing my eyes, and that's the thing that like I think all of us as singers can work on. But that would be the only thing is like you can take a step in front of the stand and like really physically emote as much as your voice is. Because it's just that's like my stickler note. But other than that, your voice is absolutely stunning.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Of course.
Thank you.
Ainda cedo, amor, mal começaste a conhecer a vida, já anuncias a hora de partida, sem saber mesmo o rumo que irás tomar. Preste atenção, querida, embora eu saiba que estás resolvida, em cada esquina cai um pouco a tua vida. Em pouco tempo não será mais o que és. Ouça-me bem, amor, preste atenção. O mundo é um moinho, vai triturar teus sonhos tão mesquinho, vai reduzir as ilusões a pó. Preste atenção, querida, de cada amor tu herdarás só o cinismo. Quando notares, estás à beira do abismo, abismo que cavaste com teus pés. Ainda é cedo, amor, mal começaste a conhecer a vida, já anuncias a hora de partida, sem saber mesmo o rumo que irás tomar. Preste atenção, querida, embora eu saiba que estás resolvida. Em cada esquina cai um pouco a tua vida. Em pouco tempo não será mais o que é. Ouça-me bem, amor, preste atenção. O mundo é um moinho, vai triturar teus sonhos tão mesquinho, vai reduzir as ilusões a pó. Preste atenção, querida, de cada amor tu herdarás só o cinismo. Quando notares, estás à beira do abismo, abismo que cavaste com teus pés.
And what's your guitarist's name?
Bianco.
Yeah, you were amazing. That's amazing job. Amazing job. Yes, of course. Also, so just such a gorgeous tone. Like that's right off the bat. I think we were still kind of getting settled, and I think in that moment you can take your time and introduce yourself and like really bring us in, especially for a song like that that's so intimate and so gorgeous that you can take that moment and be like, hi, I'm Laura, this is the song, introduce your guitarist, like take that moment for you, and because we're here for you, you know, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely loved your expression, like the moment, and like is it Portuguese?
Yeah.
And I just like, I don't speak Portuguese, but the belief and the performance of what you give, it's like I knew what you were talking about, but not really at all. You know what I mean? And in that same breath, I think the one thing that we can work on is just finishing each phrase all the way through, because like right in the meat of the phrase, it's like gorgeous when you're hitting the notes, and then I would see like the breath kind of trail off in the end, and just like with kind of like the Jobim area of music, they so take their time. And it's like you have all the time in the world. Like we're here in the palm of your hand, and your voice is gorgeous. So like we're hooked right off the bat. And so yeah, I would think just take that moment to introduce yourself and your guitarist, the song, and maybe even especially if it's predominantly English speaking, like what it's about, just so we can be even more on page with you. But those are the things. It's such a beautiful song. Of course.
Thank you. We have Danny Lyon up next.
Woo.
Hello, my name is Danny Lyon, and I'm going to sing a rock and roll song, which is kind of newer for me. So I hope you enjoy it. This song means something to me right now. Kind of been going through it.
There was a time when I was so broken hearted. Love wasn't much of a friend of mine. The tables have turned, yeah, 'cause me and them ways have parted. That kind of love was the killing kind. Listen, all I want is someone I can resist, yeah. All I know that need to know right the way that I got kissed. I was crying when I met you. Now I'm dying to forget you. Your love is sweet misery. I was crying just to get forget you. Now I'm dying 'cause I let you do what you do down on me. Now there's not even breathing room between pleasure and pain. Yeah, we cry when we're making love. It be one and the same. It's down on me. I got to tell you one thing. It's been on my mind. Girl, I gotta say, we're partners in crime. Yeah, you got that certain something. What you do to me takes my breath away. Now the word out on the street is the devil's in your kiss. Yeah, when our love goes up in flames, it's the fire I can't resist. I was trying to forget you. Now I'm crying 'cause I let you do what you do down on me. I was crying just to get you. Now I'm dying 'cause I let you do what you do down on me. Honey, you know how to kill a girl, don't you? Hey, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So badass. I know. I hope I can say that. We're in college, right? Absolutely awesome. I love that song, and so I mean Aerosmith, and what an example of like a vocalist that can like even in more of a gritty, rocky world is just a singer first. You know what I mean? Yes, and I absolutely love it. Your performance is killer. I literally wrote, come on, performance. It was everything. And I really loved your spin on like kind of like lower and raspy and soft. And like you really let yourself grow to a place. Because a song like that has a tendency to be like screaming right from the top. You know what I mean? The one thing that I think that could be helpful is during the choruses and the vowels, not going to the iron so quickly, and you can really like cry out. I like crying 'cause I let you, and you're like not so quick to the iron because what happens is that our throat kind of gets closed up, but when you opened up, you had the note. You had the phrase. Like, it's like, not that you can't sing it. It's like, it was literally just the vowel.
Yeah, it's a new song for me too. Like
Oh,
in a
okay,
sense,
great.
like I grew up on it, but when I tried to learn it, I'm still like in the lyric phase. I'm sorry.
No, it's
but
okay.
I started working on it in class recently, and then even then I was reading my lyrics. So I
Yeah.
noticed I was getting a little out of my vocal into my like, am I doing the right lyric?
Of course.
And it could get really screechy. So I'm trying to learn how to hit those notes in like a nice smooth.
Love. Well,
I took a risk by doing it for a performance, but it's fun for me to like see how my voice could be rock and roll and then get help with it.
I absolutely love it, and props to you for pushing yourself out of a genre that maybe you normally don't live in. So that's like, I admire that so much. Do you mind trying like really quick, just the chorus and like you do acapella? So crying when I met you, and it's almost like an ah vowel as opposed to iron. So like crying when I met you.
Crying when I met you.
Already, because you were doing, crying
Yes.
when I met you.
I heard
like that vowel, and yeah, when you go to that Y-I-N, it's everything gets tighter. If you just sang it like crying when I met you, dying when I met you. The more open it is, the easier it is. It's gonna just fly out. But that's the only note. You sound fantastic.
Thank you. I can feel the worst. Also, I don't want to live in my throat. I want to trying to get my core to do the work.
Totally.
And I'm still just learning that right now in
I
school.
love that. And so that vowel will help all of that. Because it's
Okay.
just going to be like, I know it's like almost a more choral approach of it, but it's like opera singers could probably sing rock if they just put an electric guitar to it. You know what I mean? It's just all that open crying when I'm, and it can still be bright. It doesn't be like crying when I met you. You know what I mean? But
I feel like I had the soulful thing you're telling me about, because that's my voice is more soulful, I guess.
Love.
So that lower one is kind of the register that I'm natural in. But
Oh, but you sound fantastic up there too.
thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
How rude of me. How could I? So we have a lovely artist up next named Laura. Oh. Hello, Miss Jane. Hey, give it up for Jane, everybody.
Don't worry, I wish you by my side. Don't wanna say goodbye. My lullaby, you are my time and wife, day and night.看见你 on my TV， 我想再放开，把你归为人海，无视掉所有意外。Oh yeah。留下的依赖，漫过街的灯牌，回忆也慢慢徘徊。Stay tonight, take my hand. Say 1, 2, 3, I can feel you close to me, my baby. Let it flow, the rhythm moving through my veins. Riding high, breaking lights, the ocean in your eyes. Running wild, chasing time. Don't wanna lie, I wish you by my side. Don't wanna say goodbye. My lullaby, you are my time, my vibe. Day and night, take my hand, stay tonight. 不让梦散太快，沉入你眼的像潮汐拥我入怀。Oh yeah, I bet you know it. 月留下的雨白，落在夜的尘埃，时间都为你停摆。Take my hand, stay tonight. Say 1, 2, 3, I see the fire in your eyes, my baby. Let it burn, I can feel the rise. I bring the light, dancing high for you and me. Losing time, the night's alive. Don't wanna lie, I wish you by my side. Don't wanna say goodbye. My lullaby, you are my time, my vibe. Day and night, stay tonight. We can light up my baby, baby, my baby, baby. Ooh, through the haze, my baby, baby, my baby, baby. I wish you by my side. Don't wanna say goodbye. We fly to the sky. You are my time, my vibe, day and night. See the sunrise and good night. Thank you.
So awesome. I heard that was an original.
Yeah, it's my original song.
Oh my gosh. It's like I literally wrote such a vibe. It's like I want to drive around LA and just like listen to that all, yeah, like genuinely, like up PCH when it opens up again and all that. Like it's so good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It sounds like the record, I imagine. It's like it sounded like you could have released the live performance today, and it sounded like it was in the studio.
Oh.
It's amazing. And yeah, it's the vibe is great. I think there's a couple of moments that I probably could have used a little less of the vocal just for a live performance in the track, because then I would love to hear your voice a little more raw, but also it's just so your intonation's crazy and it's like all of that. Like if it was a little more vocally forward. Other than that, it sounded like I was listening to the album in a great way. In a great way. But yeah, absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to stream the hell out of that. It's great. Is it already out?
Yes.
Amazing. It's so good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay. The next one, let's welcome Fiona. Okay. Hi, I'm Fiona. Today I'm gonna perform Valentine by La Fate. I rejected affection for years and years. Now I have it, and damn it, it's kind of fear. He tells me I'm pretty, don't know how to respond. I tell him that he's pretty too. Can I say that? Don't have a clue. With very passing moment, I surprise myself. I'm scared of flies, I'm scared of guys. Someone please help, 'cause I think I'm falling in love this time. I blinked and suddenly I had a Valentine. Dun da da, da da, ya pa pa pa, pa pa pa, da 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 da, ba da da, ya pa da, ya pa da, ya pa da, ba da 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 da. What if he's the last one I kiss? What if he's the only one I'll ever miss? Maybe that should run. I'm only 21. I don't even know who I want to become. I've lost all control of my heartbeat now. Got love in a romance with him somehow. I still feel the shock through every bone when I hear an I love you, 'cause now I got someone to lose. The first one to ever like me back. I'm seconds away of a heart attack. How the hell did I fall in love this time? And honestly, I can't believe I got to call you mine. I blinked and suddenly I had a Valentine.
I love it. And what guitarist's name?
Yeah, Jerry.
Oh,
Yes,
good, Jerry.
Pretty good, yeah.
gorgeous voice, and I love like your range is awesome because that's singing Leve's. I always am I saying her name right, Leve? Leve, yeah. It's rangy, and it's like I love that she's bringing back this sound of standards and just like it's so, and you sang it beautifully. I think another thing that we could work on is just taking your time, because it's right in the beginning. It took us second on that first phrase to kind of lock into the key, and then once you were there, you got it.
Yeah.
But even in that la da 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 da, it's like you can take your time, and
Okay.
Jerry is gonna stay right with you. Like he's got you. He was so solid. And even at the Valentine, you could like do a little retard at the end, and just give him some space to kind of do some stuff. I think that would be so pretty. But I think one thing that really was helpful for me singing this kind of stuff was thinking about each phrase being an arc, and almost like in my mind, because my name's Mario, I think of like Super Mario jumping on the shells, and he's kind of like bouncing in between in like one of those like cloudy levels of Super Mario, that it's just one phrase, la da 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 da, that it's just like you'll have that same kind of breath intensity from the first note to the last.
Okay.
And because it's kind of jumpy melodically, you were hitting the notes no problem. But if you do a little more connectivity in your phrasing specifically, I think it's gonna flow even better than you already did. So, and even la da 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 da, like thinking of it as one phrase as opposed to I need to hit da 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 da. It makes it a little more choppy. So taking those and like even physically in your voice lessons or whenever you're going over the song, la da 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 da, like doing that hand with it is so helpful. Okay. Like just to do something physical to match your voice, that by the time, and then when you performance time comes around and you can just stand there and put your arm down, but you're thinking connected through each phrase. And I think that's gonna take it from like a already fantastic performance to like out of this world performance.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Next one, welcome Evan.
Hi, I'm Ethan. Today we're gonna play. We are gonna do "Always Remember Us This Way" by Lady Gaga. And here's my band. Yeah.
That Arizona sky burning in your eyes. You look at me It's burying my soul like California gold. We don't know how to rhyme, but then we try. So when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Lovers is a night, boy, try to write. We don't know how to rhyme, but then we try. But all I really know is where I wanna go. The part of me that you would never die. So when I'm all choked up but I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us. I don't wanna be just a memory, baby. Yeah. When I'm all choked up, but I can't find the words. Every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Oh yeah, when you look at me and the whole world fades, I'd always remember us this way.
Thank you.
So good. I love that song so much. It's was that the original key of the song?
No, I think it's lower two key.
Oh, okay. I was like, it sounds great. Where like you picked like the perfect key for you. I love the dynamic. Like you gave yourself a lot of space to go to, because especially that song gets so huge, and it's awesome. And like I like for a minute I was like, oh my gosh, are you gonna hit it? And you're like, yeah, I got it, no problem. Which is like, as a tenor, I'm like, hell yes. Like I love that so much. I think just that same thing that I was talking about in the last song, that like the phrase starting from that verse, like even though it's not the when I'm all, like everyone's like worried about all. And like when I'm are just as important as the high notes, you know. So just like finishing that through phrase is like is important, because you have the high notes. There's no problem. Your tone, your intonation is great, and it's just like having that almost like conviction and that follow through from the first note of the phrase to the last. When I'm all choked up and I can't find the words. It's just like the whole phrase is like that. That is like when everyone's like, yeah, it's just, and then when you back off, it was gorgeous. Like when you flip into your head voice, like it said, falsetto is gorgeous. Like it's so pretty.
Thank you.
And I think that blending of your mix into a belt or whatever, however you want to place it, is the thing that's just going to fine tune it and make it like unstoppable.
Thank
Amazing
you.
job.
Thank
of
you,
course.
thank you. And next, welcome Rachel.
You good? Good? Okay. Good? All right. Okay. Hi. Hi, my name is Rachel, and today I'm going to be singing If You Don't Want My Love, and Bree's going to play for me over here, and Kai's going to play for me over here. One, two, three, four. In this night, a starry sky, my baby told me with a sigh, saying words that came across as a doubt. I reassured that every day my love is strong and gently placed in your heart. I sure enough can't live without. Every mountain, every sea can never stray or burden me, no matter the state of space and time. Keeps us close and keeps us dear, not just today, but every year. You were made to be a focus in my mind. But if you don't want my love, and if you want something more, said if you never wanted my love, let me know. You're not bound by a vow, could be tomorrow or even now. You want another scroll to look inside. I'll be the person of your dreams or your lover in between. Every corner in the caverns of your mind. But if you don't want my love, and if you want something more, baby, baby, said if you never wanted my love, let me know, let me know. Oh, let me know. Come on, baby, let me know. Oh, let me know.
Oh, awesome. All of you guys sound great. And I loved when the BGVs popped in. I was like, yes, I love it. You can do it all. I love it. Gorgeous. I also want to, I wish I could have your chillness whenever I perform. Because you are just chilling. It's like I'm getting coffee and I'm like, ba-na-ba-na-ba-na-ba. I was just like, you, that's one thing that I absolutely love about a performer is that it's like you're at ease and it makes us at ease. So it's because I feel like people, one of the best things I ever heard from a teacher was why do we get anxious, we're going to perform and da-da-da-da, because the audience is coming to see us and they want us to do well. So why would we get in our head? Why would we think that they're I think they want us to fail? Not at all. So you came in and it was just this I don't give an F about what anyone thinks. You're just hey, I'm here chilling. And it was great. I think my note is that you with dynamics even more in this song. Because pretty much it's vocally pretty simple for you. That's how it came across. That you can ba-na-ba-na-ba-na-ba, and play with more breathiness in the beginning. Because by the time you get to the chorus, you're sailing. Right. And it's great, but that would be my only note is you can play with breaking it down a little bit on the verses and stuff, and then letting that chorus really sail.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yay. Okay. Next up is Daniel. William. Why did I say Daniel? William. I'm sorry.
Everyone, my name is William, and today I'm gonna sing the song called Mediocrity. Hope you guys like it.
总觉有雨季会掉入我的眼里，华丽的缝隙，想预留给你。随遇有惋惜，这风景有些歉意，我的回忆。 想预留给你，应该有余地，只恻隐的心凝望你。任秋叶卷起，花就落地，是陪着可惜。我要暂热情送你做梦里长街西装着平庸模样，留下一个好人的印象。今天先大方，明天再流浪。我要用黯淡盖你璀璨的伤，街西装着平庸模样，留下一个不争的愿望。这浪漫就让你别来无恙，来为你逃亡。 不该留余地，只弥留的心要请你，然后就钻进最不漏你，当最后别离。我要暂热情送你光荣离场，街西装着平庸模样，留下一个好人的印象。 今天先大方，明天再流浪。我要用黯淡盖你璀璨的伤，别回应，让眼慢慢降。烫一个洞，留一点念想，就当给我吻个理想，家拥有一场。 我要空留白提醒我在遗忘，停止渲染你的滚烫，烫热的洞，留一点念想，就当给我吻个理想。我仗着我到处流放，接受现状，还反复唱出听自来的痛在疯长，就当凡事要你别来无恙，再为你逃亡。
Awesome, awesome job. I think that is my favorite genre of music is a power ballad. Like if I could only sing a power ballad for the rest of my life, I would. And so props to you. That was not an easy song to sing at all, melodically and everything. But gorgeous job. I think another thing that would benefit you as well is connecting the phrase and it felt a little bit like chunky in the parts of your phrasing. So la da 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 da, 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 da. Like that's all one big phrase. You know what I mean? And because there was never a moment where I was like, once I heard that the highest note that in the song, you had it vocally. So I think what's going to help, even with kind of intonation in between the sections, making that like the phrasing breathe like the melody was written for. You know what I mean? And I've never heard that song ever, but the way you sang it and how pretty the melody is, I already know it goes da 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 da. You know, however the latter part goes, but connecting that is going to be, I think, the thing that makes it just easier for you and just make every little section land a little bit more solid. And it was absolutely gorgeous. And even at the end, when there was like all this space, that's a perfect spot for this to make it really Williams' performance. You know what I mean? Like if you wanted to just do like little ad libs over the end and repeat a phrase from the chorus, like it really kind of lent itself. So, and then it makes us feel a little less awkward as opposed to this big finish and then we're just standing there. You know, you can take that time to, you know, just like whatever you want to do at the end, but make it yours. You know, that'll be the difference going forward. But beautiful job.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Next, welcome Jessica.
Yeah. This is good. Hey everyone, my name is Jessica Lauren and I'm going to be singing Our Love Is Here to Stay. Yay. Hope you all enjoy. Very clear, our love is here to stay, not for a year, but ever and a day. Going a long, long way.
so pretty. Yeah, oh my gosh, your tone and your vibrato is just you can listen to it on repeat for hours. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's such a classic song. I think I'm a sucker for standards and jazz in general. That there's never a moment where I don't want to hear that. So beautiful, beautiful job. I think again, you're also just in that category of auto tune. Your intonation's crazy. It's so good. Tone, everything's pretty. I think in a song like this, because a lot of people have heard it, what makes the difference between oh my gosh, she's great, and what a pretty voice, to wow, that next level is really connecting about who you're singing about. Because I felt that you, from as an audience perspective, I felt I saw a beautiful singer that loves this song, and that was where it was coming from, as opposed to I'm singing about someone, and it doesn't even have to be a romantic person at all. I totally on some of these, and this is a pretty safe one. You could think about a friend or family that you love forever and ever, and that takes it from that pretty performance to that warm joy that this song lends itself to, and even in the spot of the solo, you were just you were composed, you were professional, and it was great. But even in that moment, I think of someone that's in love or thinking about someone they love, and you can la, da, 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 and just little floaty ad libs. At the very, very end, you added that ad lib that I feel is Jessica, right? And you have so much space to do that. You feel free to play around with it because you have the melody and your phrasing and tone and everything. That's all great. And I think what's going to take it to the next notch is making it quintessentially Jessica, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally. Great. It was beautiful.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Next performer is the very lovely Marietta. Hi. I'll be singing Maybe I May Be You by Scorpions. Change to the world. We're reaching out for a soul that's kind of lost in the dark. Maybe I, maybe you can find the key to the stars, to catch the spirit of hope, to see one hopeless heart. You'll come to the sky with those questions in mind. All you need is to hear the voice of your heart in the world full of pain. Someone's calling your name. Why don't we make it true? Maybe I, maybe you are just dreaming sometimes, but the world would be cold without dreamers like you. Maybe you can find the key to the stars, to catch the spirit of hope, to see one hopeless heart. You will come to the sky with those questions in mind. All you need is to hear the voice of your heart. In the world full of pain, someone's calling your name. Why don't we make it true? Thank you.
So good. Did I hear you sing before? At the last one, maybe no?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, yeah, beautiful job. I was like, the first three things I wrote, range, and then your belt is gorgeous, and you nailed that key change that feels so out of the blue. Like, that's like not easy. I was like, oh, and you just picked it up, and you like, it was flawless, really. It's awesome. I think if I'm being super nitpicky, coming out of the belt into the phrases that are a little bit softer, still make sure that you're giving that same support, even though your volume is backing off. So you're like da 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 da, and then da 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 da, like just giving that same engagement in your diaphragm that you did on the big note, and just because it's like light and pretty and like. You don't want to like get a little wobbly out of it. But that was the only thing. Everything else was so pretty.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. And the next is Lex. Welcome. Hello. How's everyone doing? Well, I'm going to take a second to introduce myself and my band very quickly. My name is Lex, and this is Omir.
Yo.
This is Alex, and we have Jason, we have Emma, and we have Miles. Alrighty. You guys ready? No?
I'm just seeing how much of this cable I can get. All right, that's about it, I think.
'Cause I'm broken when I'm open, and I don't feel like I am strong enough. 'Cause I'm broken when I'm open, and I don't feel right when you're gone away. Miles on bass. Cause I'm broken when I'm lonesome, and I don't feel right when you're gone away. You're gone away. You don't feel me
Thank you.
I love that song so much. It's like I feel like I was like singing it back when I was in high school too. It's just like yes. It's one of those like driving down the street and you're like belting in your car by yourself. It's perfect. Awesome job, everyone. In the band absolutely killed it. I love a bass solo. Killed it. Absolutely.
Everyone just applaud for Miles, please.
Yeah, Miles.
Miles is the GOAT.
Absolutely held it down. And awesome job for both of you. Yeah, and I love that the spin of it being a duet. Like originally it wasn't, right? It was like.
I don't know, you picked the song.
I found it, it was, I think maybe they redid it with Amy Lee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well, hello, Evanescence, Amy Lee.
Yes.
Oh yeah, like one of the best singers. Okay, now I need to hear that version. That's amazing.
It's phenomenal.
Okay, great. So I loved when y'all did the harmonies in the earlier courses, and at the last two we went to unison. What was the decision on that?
Heat of the moment.
Okay, great. I like, especially when the band rocks in, I think that stay on that harmony because it's like, no, bro. Especially when you're giving it up there, like that can really let you sail above the broken.
Yeah.
And same with the vowel stuff on this is that like it's like the vowel modification that will totally help you like let it ring out even more, and it says like not thinking so much like broken, but like bright, like rock and pop. You can really get bright with the broken, like just like almost like in that more, and then it's just gonna let you not have to work as hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that would be my suggestion is like letting those last two choruses like staying on that harmony that was like really locking in by the second chorus. That I was like, oh, I want more. Like you just like it was like a tease and in the best way.
I think I also followed you by accident in the last chorus because I completely forgot my part. I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do the same thing. That works.
Oh well, I mean, you guys were like singing unison, so like it wasn't. I thought it was just like a deliberate choice. So that great. It was not like someone messed up. It was like okay, now they just want to like be powerful on lead together. But yeah, I think like it lends itself to really like ring out because that's when the band finally gets to like just like unleash, and then you guys as well, especially in this setting of like rock where you can just like freaking wail. That I think that the harmony would really lend itself to that, and it was solid when you did it. So I'm all for the harmony.
Okay, thank you.
So
Thanks.
good, you guys.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Give it up one more time for Lex and the whole band. And the Superman cut. We love that. Thank you, everyone. everyone so much for being here today. Please give it up for each other one more time. Everybody sounded amazing. It was so nice. I hear you guys sing a lot of the same thing over and over, so it was really nice to hear everybody on in their natural habitat. Please give it up one more time for our amazing panelists, Mario Jose. Thank you, Mario.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We have some extra time, so if anybody has any questions for Mario about maybe you have some questions about his background or how he got started singing or where he went to school or his professional life since then, I'm sure he would be more than happy to answer those questions.
100%.
Yeah. This is and even if you didn't sing, you are welcome to ask those questions if you want. But this is the opportunity to do that. You guys hear from us a lot, of course, but it's rare that we get to have somebody who is not only so much fun, but working with all the people that we all listen to on our playlists and on Spotify all the time. So I encourage you, even if you don't have a question in mind, think, okay, well, what could I ask Mario that would really just help me kind of get started? Maybe that is about doing background singing. Maybe that's about his solo work, whatever you think of. So does anyone have any questions that they want to ask Mario? Oh, there's a couple right there.
Yay.
Who wants to go first? You can just turn around and ask him right there.
Hi. Yeah, with singing specifically?
Let's repeat that for the stream because I want to make sure they hear it at home. You said, is there any daily habits that he has for singing that has really helped him?
Absolutely. I think, and it's kind of like crass, but it's my favorite thing that a voice teacher ever told me. And it was like, in order to sing wet, you need to pee pale. It essentially staying overly hydrated. I know that's like, she was like this classical teacher, and I'm like, it's very odd.
Amazing.
But that was like a way for you to know that you're not dehydrated. Yes. So, yeah, you know when you're dehydrated, and that is almost like, I want to say at least 75% of my like making sure that I'm like vocally gonna be okay to walking into a session or a gig or whatever it may be, is like knowing like if I'm hydrated and sleep. Hydration and sleep is like the thing. And trust me, I'm a nocturnal human being. And so now I'm like, okay, well the later I'm going to bed, like the longer I'm gonna like essentially have to sleep in. Otherwise my voice will start to be affected. So those things really are the things that are like the daily habits in terms of voice health. And then I like right off the bat when we wake up, of course, all of like the crap that builds up in our system while we sleep is like, it just feels like that's why you wake up and you're like, hello, The first thing I do is while I shower, to not annoy roommates or whoever you live with, is like the lowest note you can like hum or and then like on a lip trill or just like hum, like, so I'll kind of while I'm showering just like and not like you're not pushing much at all, but essentially you're just like waking it up, waking your vocal cords up and like shaking the crap off of them essentially. And those are the daily health things that I do for my voice.
Love it. Okay. Everyone remember that. Hydration. That's very important. You need a big
weird way to say it. I'm sorry.
I'm never going to forget it. It's actually amazing.
That's what happened with me. So I was like, okay, I'll share her knowledge.
Amazing. Who's next? Who has the next question? What is it?
Great question.
Can you ask that one more time into the mic?
If you feel comfortable sharing it, what's the biggest challenge you had in the music industry? How
Absolutely.
did you come it?
I think the hardest thing for me was being an advocate for myself. So much of the work that we do is independently contracted, or you kind of get hired in. It's very rare that I feel like Taylor Swift is the only person that hires her band and like you're an employee of Taylor Swift. Otherwise, it's kind of like you're a hired gun for whatever artists you are, and or whatever artists you're working with in terms of if you're doing that kind of work. So as a recovering people pleaser and like never wanting to rock the boat, and not wanting to ask for too much, but at the same time ask for what you're worth, that has been the hardest thing. And there comes a point where, after you do, 5,000 free gigs, not 5,000, but like hundreds of free gigs, like a friend's like, oh, I need a demo vocalist for this, like I wrote the song, but like I can't sing, like can you come sing this for me? But they forget, it takes, $20 worth of gas to go to and from there, and then parking when you get there, and then it's like, but you live in the valley and you're driving to like down by USC. It's like all of those things that are taken in consideration, and there's going to be those years that you're building, and really like I think it's so beneficial, especially at this stage, to help each other, and like, hey, I need a friend to come with me. Like, there's been so many gigs that we've done together that the funny gigs that Kathy was saying, that it was just like, we'll never forget that we sang.
It was a pet.
I literally was gonna bring that gig up. We sang, like we were like in this like corporate like a cappella, very Glee-esque quartet, and they were like, oh, you guys, it's going to be amazing. There's going to be thousands of people there. And we're like, oh, cool. Like, it's so random for some pet event.
In Palm Springs.
In Palm Springs. But then it was like Palm Desert, and they put us up at the Motel 6, and like they said that we were going to be at some resort, and it was like they totally lied. Like and they were like, we were going to have food for you, and they had bean and cheese Del Taco burritos that
yes,
I'll never forget.
I forgot about that.
I remember this gig so much. And then I'm not kidding, there were more people that were working the soundstage and us than there were in the crowd. And then there's this random guy in Palm Desert in a dog costume, and like genuinely the hardest part of that whole gig, because we laughed through the whole thing, we were just like, I can't believe we're actually doing this, was the afterward, like talking to the guy, and he was planning on like paying us, if not less, and he was like, oh, by the way, and we were like, as a united front, we were like, there's no effing way. Like, it was just like, we stood together, we were like, absolutely not. We did this, this, and this. We promised this, this, and this. And that's the hardest part. It's like, you don't want to be a diva and ask for too much and da-da-da-da. But at the same time, you're like, I drove 2.5 hours one way to sing for a guy in a dog costume in Palm Springs. The least you can do is like pay us what you said you were going to pay us. So, I mean, because obviously I can see across the board with everybody, the music's there, like because that's what we're so passionate about. Like, we're gonna keep working on our voice, we're gonna keep working on the musicality of it all. But once you get into the industry, that's the hard part. You're dealing with people that may not be musicians, but expect. Here's like, oh, I'm gonna give you $500 or $3,000 worth of work. And that's when you can just kind of stand your ground and be like, no, like this is required of that, what you're asking. So if I could just stand your ground and know your worth.
Yeah, you have to be your own manager, your own agent, your own hair and makeup person. You have to wear a lot of hats. Your own producer, right. Your own engineer. And of course, you want to collaborate with as many people as you can, and so you're not always doing all of those jobs. But we've probably both done a lot of different things in order to advocate for ourselves. And it's really hard, especially when you're young. It's very hard to feel comfortable doing that. A lot of times people ask for a rate. I remember when right out of college, they're like, what's your rate for this or for that or for your session rate? And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't even know. And you just practice that and just hearing advice from other people. So
I was gonna say, that's the thing. Your community is your biggest flex, your strongest ally. Is like, if, for instance, I got hired to do vocal contracting, so I was asked to be the person that organized the singers for Post Malone's NPR performance, and he was like, hey, I need 4 singers based in New York that can start tomorrow. And so then I'm like, okay, but I'm not even there. And like, I have been contracted by other vocal contractors and stuff, and I didn't really understand this world. So the first thing I did is I called a friend who's a contractor. And I was like, hey, this is the gig. I don't really know how much to ask for. It's like, and you know, it's such a last minute thing. I need to find 4 people starting tomorrow that are available. They do rehearsal all day tomorrow. They record NPR and they fly home Thursday. So it's your peers are genuinely your biggest like resource, and they're truly invaluable because the people in this room and like a lot of people that we got out of college and started doing these a cappella gigs or even like just caroling gigs, all of the many things that we've done together, we can absolutely rely on each other now all these years later. Like, hey, I have this random question about a gig. Like that those are beneficial. Totally.
Any other questions? Danny, do you have a question?
Go out and seek them in that sense.
So she said, how did Mario get his first gig?
That's a great question. Of course. I just spoke earlier at Rob Dietz's class earlier this week about this, and a friend of ours that has a class at UCLA, and they were all non-music majors, so they were just like, okay, I guess we'll like listen to whatever you have to talk about. But my outlook of connection and community is I think network is kind of like BS. Hear me out. Networking can feel sharky, can feel disingenuous, and can feel like, oh, I'm just talking to you because you can get me a gig. I have always approached relationships within the music industry as friendships. That like long down the line, someone's more apt to help a friend out than a person that they met at a networking event that I got their business card or whatever. So it's a slower and it's a slower process to getting gigs. And I think that gosh, this is probably going to be the cheesiest thing I say all day, but I equate us attempting to go into the music industry like climbing Mount Everest. And so like the peak is the peak. Like if you're up there and you are Taylor Swift, like everyone will be working under you, you know? And it's just like that's where we want to get in terms of maybe not even musically. I'm not the biggest fan musically of Taylor, but like the way she runs her company, and one of my best friends does background vocals for her, and like she has health benefits and all these things. I was like, that's crazy. Like unheard of in any of these other gigs. Like, so in terms of getting there, I think it's really important. Like when you're climbing Mount Everest, yes, you need the specialists that are like, oh, climate. I know the pressure. So those are the managers and the agents and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's so important to find fellow climbers. So it's just like that was my approach when I first got to LA. And so before COVID, there was a lot of these jam nights, and they still do a few. There's one at the Sofitel, like in Beverly Hills, and every Monday night they call it the Jazz Eclectic, and there's just like a little house jazz combo, probably very similar to what you guys do, like with a jazz combo, and then you get up and you sing a song. And yeah, you've been. It's so fun, and it is 21 plus, and that is the hardest part. So until then, social media is your best friend. Like if you see an artist or a singer that's on social media, don't be afraid to reach out. Like anytime I see a new singer or whatever, I will DM them. I'm like, hey, I don't even know if you're gonna see this, but your video of was inspiring, and like just, I think so many of us are like afraid to like, oh, I don't want to come off as a fangirl or whatever. I'm like, no, this is why we love music. It's like, I haven't, but like I think, because I don't think Bruno Mars does his own social media, but I would be like, hey Bruno, I really like this new album. Like I haven't stopped listening to Risk It All. Like it's just like, it's on repeat from when it came out. But in our realm, that is where we are now. Like, it's just like reach out via social media and just to be like, hey, I'm a musician. I really love what you're doing. And if you ever want a collaborator or you want to hear my stuff, here it is. And then you kind of just like put it out there and put good out and then hope it comes back. So going to these jam nights are really beneficial. And even if you don't get to sing, like I feel like this first 6 months I lived in LA, I didn't even like sing at these jam nights. But I went and I was like, hey, incredible job tonight. I'm Mario, and if you ever need a singer, here's my information. But then I would go back and like just make sure that they kind of saw my face, and even at the worst case scenario, you heard a night of great music, and it's just like, and you got your inspiration, and it's like that kind of stuff is like soul filling anyway. So that was the first way I started getting gigs. I think after 6 months, someone was like, actually, you know what, do you want to sing one tonight? And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, okay, I won't F this up tonight. Like, it was just like, and it was great. And from that, I ended up getting a job at this thing called Jazz Night, which is no longer, but it was at the W Hotel in Hollywood. And every Sunday night, we did like a live band. It was like a big band and right in the center of the lobby, and did that for 3.5 years. And it was awesome. It was like just the ultimate training ground for me to like mess up and learn and just like get a chance to sing solo and background and like, you know, really totally.
Yep.
Very much so.
Like, is that something entertainment companies help you with, or did you go find those gigs, going to these jazz clubs, going into the bars? Hey, like I sing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just there's like that. There is so much work. I know there is, because like we're in LA. There has to be people that need beautiful singers at weddings and corporate. I mean, yes, it's starting there.
Yeah.
But that's paying you well, and that's helping you survive as a singer, so that
Right.
you can work on your art as an artist.
Isn't it like just like it's like the circle of life
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a musician? I totally understand. I think, well, the when you're saying entertainment companies, it's kind of broad and not it's kind of hard specific. I would, if you hear a song or something, I would look at the credits on Spotify or on Apple Music or whatever you use, and look at the producers that did it and the songwriters that did it. And those are the people that essentially you would want to partner with. Like, hey, this was written by this artist named MNEK, and then so I look him up, and I'm like, hey, I love that verse he wrote. It's incredible. If you ever want someone like this is some, if you ever have time, like let me know. And I don't want to say 90% of the time. I want to say like 75% to 90% of the time they write back. And it's just like, if not, you follow up, and it's like, I feel like social media can really be your friend. And even if you're not like a content horse, where you're like, I'm making a new video all the time.
This one works. I don't know if you want to.
Thank you. Oh yeah, because there's a stream. But yeah, reaching out is really beneficial. And there's a label would feel like you're kind of 1 million, like one. I'll just talk real loud.
Can we get some mic options?
One,
Yeah, he's getting one more.
Okay, yeah. Maybe if I don't touch it. I feel like I'm breathing. ASMR. Yeah, starting on a smaller scale. Like, so there's tons of different wedding bands and corporate band work, and that's great, and those will pay the bills. But in terms of like getting into, for instance, when I got hired to do Dua Lipa, I was a sub for a mutual friend of ours, Kenton. Incredible singer and artist.
Kenton has been here also.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Kenton Chen, if you don't know who he is, you look him up, he's incredible. And he booked a role. Thank you so much. I'll trade you.
There's a wire.
Thanks. I know, now I won't touch the wire. Watch it, like, he was like, hey, I booked a spot as an actor on a sitcom, so I can't do this gig. And I was like, first of all, congratulations, but secondly, what is it? And he goes, it's with Dua Lipa. And it was like, Yeah, like, and it was before Future Nostalgia, so it was what's New Rules came out, and that was like the big hit, and so I was like, oh, I love New Rules, like da 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 da. So we got to do all of the promo for Future Nostalgia. So we did like Good Morning America and Fallon and like the New Year's Eve, Dick Clark's from New Year's Eve, and we got to do all these things. And it was just because a friend of mine, that's a lot of the work is from friends. It's totally based off reference. And even in the session singing world that we're both in, is you kind of have to know the vocal contractors. So take any of your favorite films. Like, I got to work on a Disney film called Encanto, and it was Dream, and I'm such a Disney kid, like through and through. And you too? Yeah, I totally get it. And I got a call, and there were 12 of us that sang all of the background vocals for the movie. So like when we were in the session, we didn't even know what, like we don't talk about Bruno, none of the lead vocals were recorded. So it's like during the bridge, and we're like, oh no, oh no. Like we had no idea what we were singing. It's wild, but it's like that part in Mrs. Doubtfire where you see Robin Williams talking and then the cartoon's playing behind him. Like that's very much how that session world works. But the reason why that happened is because I was on a gig with another guy who ended up being the vocal contractor for that gig specifically. So it's just the more you're out there and just I think really genuinely supporting your fellow musician is important because it's just like, one, you're supporting them, and we all know how hard it is to get somebody to a gig of yours. And so if you're showing up and supporting a friend, like that like everyone's like, oh my gosh, thank you for coming. It's always a positive reaction. And from there, those are the little things that you remember. Like, oh, you know what? I can hire da-da-da for this. I need a girl. Oh, I can call a friend. So putting yourself out there as much as you can and then supporting your fellow musician, without hesitation, that's how most of my work, if not all my work, has come to me.
So much good advice.
Yay.
Any other questions for Mario? You have one more?
Yeah. Oh, no, ask away. Absolutely. If everyone heard that, like what is too much? How if I'm being relevant to them, or what can I offer them, essentially? Oh, too famous, like I couldn't reach out to? Sure. I guess. I mean, it's like
go for it.
Yeah, totally go for it. For instance, like I don't know about anyone else, but like Heated Rivalry was my like obsession the last few months, and I was like, yep, same. I'm still at the cottage, but yeah, you get it. But I loved the music from it, so I waited until the after the credits, yes. And it's this producer named Peter who's like he does like kind of mostly electronic, like vocoded stuff, and he's based in Canada. And I wrote him. I was just like, hey, first of all, congratulations on like the biggest show in the world right now. And secondly, I absolutely love what you do. And even then it was just like, oh, thanks, man, I really appreciate it. And I was like, great. So that was just like putting it out there. And then that's the kind of thing I was like, afterward, I wrote a song inspired by the show. I was such a fan.
I want to hear it.
It's called We Didn't Even Kiss after the episode where he texted. Yeah. So I'm just like in it deep. But like now I can post that and tag them. Like, hey, I was so inspired by your music. I went and I wrote this song, and you put it out in the universe, and you hope it does well. And if not, that's okay. But like, I guess on a smaller scale, like just like writing, a lot of the producers and writers maybe they don't necessarily have that same following as the artist, and I feel like a lot of them respond. And if not, then like I feel like after like 2 or 3 messages, then maybe just like we keep it moving. But it really is dependent. Like there's people that I've circled back around, or like recently I met a singer that I just loved her stuff, and she just is like, her whole goal when she puts stuff, it's like simple singing, and she just is so, her tone's pretty, and she just sings the melody of all these songs. And I wrote her years ago, and she never saw it, and then finally we met in person through a mutual friend, and then she followed me back, and then she was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I see your DM from 3 years ago. And I was like, honestly, I don't care because I'm still a fan. And like, I just like, now that we're friends, it's like, it's just I'm a believer. And maybe that's my woo-woo stuff, like thinking that like, oh, good will come back. But it really does. It totally, totally does. Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay, good.
You have class. Who has class on Fridays? No, guys.
Shoot, sorry.
No, it's my fault. It's not your fault. Yes, we're going to take a picture. Thank you so much, Mario. If you have another question, you can ask him. I'm sure he'll answer it for you.
100%. I'm around.
Oh, for me?